Hey, I'm Toussaint Morrison. You're watching the Social Science Club. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about knowing better versus doing better, or knowing better and doing better. And I got into this a little bit ago because I saw a video where a psychologist, was talking about the correlation between consciousness, intelligence, and implementation. And how in the DSM, there is zero correlation between consciousness, implementation, and intelligence. You can know what to do and not do what you know. Have you ever had a moment where you know what the right choice is? Nah, I'm gonna go do this thing that's totally not what I just thought of. That happens often. That happens a lot. And it's knowing better and the connection to doing better. And in the process of doing better, I made a short video about this, and the short answer is you're gonna F up. You're gonna mess it up undoubtedly. And we see this happen with, a lot when my therapist and I talk about this. See it a lot in folks struggling with substance abuse, trauma responses, PTSD. It's our brains take over sometimes to, this fight or flight, or the reptilian brain just takes over and wants to do this thing that is totally not servicing who we are in the long run. And with all that being said, it is incumbent upon us to learn and to understand and to know how to elevate our lives, how to be of service to our communities, how to be a better friend, how to be a stronger partner, how to be a more awesome human to ourselves, to be a more caring human to ourselves. And once we know that, it's important to keep that logged in and archived and written down. And then it's upon us to practice that knowing. Because if we don't practice the knowing, then we can't get to the doing. So for a small example, if I can pull one out of thin air, I would say one of the knowing betters and then doing betters. Oh, here was meritocratic language. So saying something's bad or good. When you say something's bad or good, it then has a label put on it. And whether you know it or not, subconsciously you are stamping that thing as a bad or good thing. And in the English language, the language is just wired as condemning. I'm happy today versus I'm feeling happy today. He's stupid versus he's being stupid. And I feel like a lot of times in the English language, we go straight to meritocratic condemnation. Stupid, bad, dumb, and they're very marked terms. And so when knowing that, I don't want to say bad or good. I don't want to say up or down. When referring to another human, another body. So I said, well, how do I want to fix this? Because I don't want to get into condemning or labeling people. What I want to do is I want to say that was poor behavior, or that was, which may even still fall into the realm of this, but I wanted to say, you know what, that was, or even say that was poor behavior at that moment. Not that's a bad human being. That was poor behavior in that moment. They probably didn't do the best they could. Even though we say everybody's doing the best they can, but that could have been a better outcome. And so with that being said, what I then resorted to was, okay, how do I just refer to people's behavior without condemning the entire person and being meritocratic? So I had to take inventory of what I was saying every single time. And then once I would screw that up, I would say, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean bad or good. What I meant was, and I would check myself on it until it became unconscious competence. I mean, I think it's still conscious competence because I think about it, but it goes to the realm of practicing it, then becomes the thing you're doing. So I know that I don't want to get into condemning language. Okay, what's some different language I can use? Well, I can speak on somebody's behavior in that moment as opposed to their entire body and life. Okay, cool, let's do that. And so in practicing that, you catch yourself saying it more, redirecting your language, and so we get to the doing. This can come in all facets. And that was a really long story. And that went all over the place. But this goes into a lot of realms of our life regarding how do we do? How do we get to the doing? And the big thing with this, as I'll wrap up this video, is when you know better, give yourself grace in the journey to doing better. Give yourself grace. I mean, this is another video for another time. We will use language to smite ourselves unlike any person outside of our head. We are our harshest critics. So when you give yourself some grace, when you give yourself some love and compassion to say, damn, I'm not in the doing yet. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not doing the thing. Why am I not doing? Ease up, man. Back up. Give yourself some space, all right? We know what to do. We're getting to the doing. Baby steps, whatever you want to call it. But it's giving yourself grace to get to the doing. You may lose a lot along the way. You may lose relationships. You may lose money. You may lose some of your health. The idea is you don't lose your character. You're building it. You're building it going forward. And so when we get to that place of doing, we know that that's a daily practice. So long story short, knowing better, that's awesome. Now give yourself some grace on the journey to doing better. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it of value, hit subscribe or hit like. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the next one.